we swipe, we tap, we double tap. Every single day, we process thousands of images and messages at a breakneck pace. It feels instantaneous. You send a message, lock your screen, and the interaction seems to vanish into thin air, much like a hallway conversation. But looking at this diagram, we see the mechanical reality. As this user moves forward, every photo uploaded, every comment typed, and every quick search drops a distinct geometric node. The data doesn't evaporate, it anchors permanently to your path. This expanding trail of invisible data is your digital footprint. It's a permanent system that continuously records your online identity, whether you realize it or not. Let's look at how this plays out on a normal afternoon. A student snaps a funny picture, types a quick joke, and hits send. Hitting that post button feels incredibly safe. The immediate assumption is that only a specific, limited circle of friends will ever see the image, laugh, and move on. However, social platforms are engineered with a specific architecture in mind: network frictionlessness. They're designed from the ground up to remove barriers to copying, saving, and distributing information. Because the system lacks friction, the exact second you click post, you surrender control over where your data travels next. At first, the joke lands in its intended destination, a closed feed of close peers. Everyone gets the humor because they know the person who posted it. Then, someone presses 2 buttons on the side of their phone and takes a screenshot. In this network diagram, the original post is a glowing node. When screenshotted, a duplicate spawns into a completely separate cluster. The connection back to the creator snaps. Stripped of original context, the isolated node rapidly multiplies, cascading outward into dozens of unrelated networks. The student might quickly realize the joke went too far and frantically try to delete the original post. But the decentralized network has already done its job. The data is duplicated and preserved infinitely across the web. Days, weeks, or even years later, that duplicated image lands on a different screen. This time, it belongs to a teacher, an admissions officer, or a hiring manager. These external observers don't have the context of that original afternoon. They evaluate character by auditing whatever digital fragments they can find attached to a name. A post that escapes its original network can damage trust, can spread misinformation, and inflict real pain on classmates who see a joke stripped of its intent. Typing a careless message takes about 2 seconds. The mark it leaves on a digital record lasts a lifetime. Your digital footprint is an active, public resume. The trail you leave behind directly dictates the real-world opportunities you get tomorrow. Let's rewind back to the moment of decision. A new message is drafted, and a finger is hovering right over the post button. Before injecting new data into that frictionless network, there is exactly one moment to engage a behavioral defense mechanism, a deliberate pause. Looking at this decision tree, the post button branches into 2 critical gates. First, is the information you're sharing actually true? And second, is it respectful to everyone involved? Then you have to evaluate the long term. Is it safe to share? And would you still be comfortable if your parents, teachers, or your future employer saw it? Systematically running your posts through these 4 filters is the only reliable way to exert control over a system designed to resist it. In this case, the message fails the test. The student recognizes the risk, backs out, and deletes the draft. Digital citizenship is not about fearing social media or hiding offline. It is about using these powerful platforms with clear intentionality. When you post deliberately, your footprint becomes an asset. It proactively showcases your responsibility and character to the entire world. Every single click, no matter how small, adds another sentence to your ongoing story. True digital safety starts by recognizing the permanence of your actions. Be responsible, be respectful, be safe. Choose to build a legacy you can be proud of tomorrow.